Obviously, the middleweight title fight didn't disappoint. As for the final result, that was a different story. Despite Gennady Golovkin landing more punches than Canelo Alvarez in 10 of the 12 rounds, the bout was scored a very controversial draw. The first pro fight, Triple G didn't win. Max, I'll start with you. Was the fight worth it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on. This whole year for boxing has been great, and this was another excellent chapter in it. Joshua Klitschko for the heavyweight title was amazing. Ward Kovalev 2 was amazing. There's going to be Lomachenko-Ragondiao in December. That's going to be a great tactical matchup. And this was the big fight everyone was anticipating. I don't think it disappointed. It was competitive. The action built as the fight went on. They were both throwing bombs. And I want to just talk about that scorecard for a second. Everyone's allowing that terrible scorecard, 118-110 Canelo. It was not that, because that judge is saying Adelaide Byrd, 10 rounds to Canelo, 2 to Triple G, not a possible scorecard, terrible. But they're allowing that to mar the fight. The fact of the matter is, any scorecard between 6 rounds to 6 or 8 rounds to 4 for Triple G, like if you had it 6-6, 7-5, or 8-4 Triple G, those are all reasonable ranges. And considering one judge had it even and one judge had it for Triple G, if Adelaide Byrd would have had it 6-6, which would have been reasonable, it would have been a majority draw anyway. So her scorecard was outrageous, but Stephen A., it didn't necessarily change the outcome of the fight. Here's the bottom line.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. Here's the bottom line. Triple G had to put his nose in there and keep it in there and not worry as much about the counters that were coming from Canelo. Canelo fought an excellent fight to the point where he was the smaller guy, he was the underdog, he has less punching power, but he was able to box well enough in spots and turn it on when he needed to. You could have given the first 3 rounds to Canelo, or 2 out of the 3. You could have given the last 3 rounds, or 2 out of the 3, to Canelo. Perfectly reasonable for people to say I gave the first and last 3 to Canelo and had a draw.
I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I want to get back to my man Kyrie, but I will say this. I think that the judge's decision, that particular judge, Adelaide Byrd, was horrendous. It was not 118-110. I did not have Canelo winning the fight. I had him losing it. I had Triple G winning 115-113. I would not have minded a score of 114-113 with one of the rounds even. But in the end, it was an epic fight. They delivered on what they promised us. Oscar De La Hoya deserves a bunch of credit because as a promoter, he delivered the fight to us when he promised he would. He made sure Canelo was ready. Canelo, to me, anybody else that would have been in that ring with him, he would have knocked him out. Only Triple G could withstand what Canelo was throwing at him, and Canelo's defense was superb. Triple G couldn't catch him with a right all night long, Kyrie. I mean, he swung about 1,000 rights, missed every one of them, okay? We understand that. But in the end, it's going to be a rematch. The decision by that one official was bogus, but everything else about the fight lived up to, if not exceeded, the hype associated with it. We did not get robbed. The decision is bad, but, because it wasn't a draw. There was a clear winner. It should have been Triple G, but those kind of things happen, unfortunately, which is why the UFC has elevated in popularity, because we've got somebody in Dana White controlling the sport that makes sure you get the fights that you want to see and you don't end up having this kind of stuff happen to you. But we got what we saw, Kyrie. Your thoughts real quick.
Wow. Well, I'm a fan of Canelo, more or less.
Right.
But in terms of the boxing realm, I leave that to the experts such as you guys.
No problem. No doubt about it.
Max?
Good enough with it.
I thought Triple G won the fight as Stephen A. did. We have the same score, 7 rounds to 5. If you tell me 8-4 Triple G, I go with it. But if you tell me 6-6, I'm okay, too. A lot of the fans in the arena really were for Triple G, and I understand that. He seemed to be he was certainly the aggressor and seemed to want it a little more throughout the fight, although in key moments, Canelo really showed up. Triple G landed most of the effective punches, but Canelo may have landed the most effective punches, like the ones you really remember. Canelo really landed some good shots. So for those who are completely outraged as though there's no way that you could have had it 6 rounds to 6, a lot of serious press people who have judged a lot of fights had it 6 rounds to 6. Right. And though I didn't, I can respect that score.
And again, the judge will be taking a, quote, small break.
Got it. Who cares? Take a long break. Take a long break, short break. I'm
You're
leaving
so angry about it. You won't see her in the
I wasn't.
rematch.
Teddy was angry about it. It was a bogus decision, but I'm done with it because Kyrie's here. I'm done with that. The fight is the fight. We'll see a rematch. I got Kyrie Irving in front of me. I want to get back to this man, okay?